Good morning, AFT. How are we today? Woo! All right, I got a quick question for you. Over the past couple of days, I don't know about you, but I have felt re-empowered and I have felt emboldened. There have been so many calls to action. So my question to you is, do you feel re-empowered to leave here and go forward in what you're doing? Yes? All right. Then I have a quick request. I would love to take a selfie with other empowered and emboldened educators. So I'm going to try, see if it works. But if you feel like it and you want to join me, I'd love for you to stand up and give me your best empowered, emboldened pose. All right, I'll do this really quick. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! All right. All right, thank y'all for humoring me. It is a privilege to be here and even more privilege to start this off. My name is Casie Wise. I'm the Senior Program Director for the National Indian Education Association, NIEA. Whoop, whoop. And on behalf of NIEA and our Executive Director, Jason Dropick, who could not be here today, I want to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to be able to speak before you and for NIA's ongoing and enduring partnership with AFT. So as a former high school literature teacher, woo-woo, in the house, I am overjoyed, beyond overjoyed, to be in the presence of so many phenomenal educators. I really mean it when I say thank you for your dedication to our students, especially as we face continued attacks on public education. And to me, teaching has always been an act of love. It was a privilege and a responsibility. But I know as of late, teaching has become an act of resistance and extreme advocacy. For nearly 60 years, NIA has advanced culturally relevant education opportunities for Native students. Our work weaves together a whole child approach and community engagement to ensure that Native students are surrounded by people who see them and value them and uplift them. Despite generations of federal assimilation policies, genocide, and forced removal, Native nations are still here. That's it. Our students are still here, and they're not just surviving, they are thriving. Today, there are 574 federally recognized tribes, 63 state-recognized tribes, and more than 175 Native nations still spoken today, Native languages still spoken today in the United States. Amen? We have more to reclaim. However, fewer than 1% of our nation's teachers identify as Native, while over 600,000 Native students attend K-12 schools. Over 93% of Native students attend public education. So that means that Native students are in your classrooms. Even if you know it or not, Native students are in your schools. And NIA is here to support you in creating learning environments that are culturally rich, that are historically accurate, and identity affirming. Unfortunately, less than half of the U.S. states require teaching standards that acknowledge Native history past 1900. Let that sink in. So curricula that exclude or distort Native stories continue to cause harm, and they're in our classrooms. Education was once used as a tool to erase Native identity, and so for many students, it still can be. But education, as we know and we've heard over the past few days, it holds a power to heal and to restore. So 10 years ago, a brilliant Oglala Lakota educator and leader invited me into a space of unlearning and truth-telling. It's why I'm here today. As a white student and then a white teacher, my education path offered me very little understanding of Native nations or their contemporary realities and sovereignty. But with her guidance and her friendship and continual engagement with our Native communities, I confronted this erasure for myself and began to see how our classrooms can either silence or illuminate Native brilliance. So I want to leave you with an additional call to action. Learn the story of the land where you live and you teach. Thank you. Learn that story, learn that truth, and then teach it with truth. That's the emboldened part. Teach it with truth. Teach it with joy and with the belief that Native students deserve to be seen, not through an outdated, one-sided lens, but in their full brilliance and sovereignty. So NIA invites you to stand with us for Native education for all students. Because when Native students and all students are empowered, everyone gains a fuller and a more honest and a more human education. And that strengthens every classroom, every community, and every future. So I appreciate the space to share with you today, and just remember one more call to action. All right, thank you.